Hi everyone, Ivory here, and I am so happy to welcome you back to my channel. I gotta say, since my last video, which has been, I'm guessing, a little bit over a month, I've gone through quite a bit. If for anyone who knows or who has been watching, I, started the Vlogmas in December and I was super excited about it, but I stopped abruptly because I had to admit that I was in the midst of a pretty deep depression and I just no longer felt authentic. And I did not give a shit about the stuff that I was putting out. Of course, like my manifesting video and my scripting video, like, yes, that is what I absolutely believe in. But here I am trying to pull together dollar store hauls and stuff like that. That is just like not what I'm here for. Like, I love, making crafts and doing all that stuff. But at the end of the day, there are so many other pages out there, other people out there who are doing that work, who love it, and it is just not me. So I didn't see any point in continuing on Vlogmas until I got into a place where I was feeling better or in a better state of mind. I started this page. Well, when I turned it into this type of a page, I did it because I was on a journey of self-discovery. I wanted to do this whole mommy makeover thing, which I had completely put on the back burner. But I am happy to say that I am finally back on track. But the key was for me to get out of this depression that I was in. So instead of going down and giving you a lot of excuses and apologizing for the time I took away, I'm not going to do that because I'm actually not sorry about it. It is what I needed to do. It was what I needed to figure out. And now I'm back feeling better than I have in a really long time. And this is what I want to be able to share with you. Getting out of a rut, getting out of depression. Depression is real. I have been diagnosed with it. I've been seeing a therapist for several years and I am not on medication. However, that was something that I was and have been contemplating for a while because I just felt completely stuck in this lower register, feeling just completely unworthy and sad. And this bed behind me, you guys, after I stopped my last video, I was pretty much in it for 2 weeks. And it got to the point where I was completely sick of myself. And I knew that, yeah, I could take some medication to get better, but I really wanted to do it on my own. Having a therapist in my corner for the last 3 years has helped me. I don't know if I said months earlier, but I mean years. Has really helped me have the tools in order to pull myself out of depression. And that's pretty much what I implemented to get myself into this better state that I am in now. And so that's what I'm going to share with you right now. What did I do to get myself out of my funk? Well, the first thing I did was decide that I was completely fucking sick of it. I know that I am a person of value who is worthy of love and who is worthy of, having wonderful things happen to me, but nothing was going to happen to me as long as I stayed in that bed. All that was going to happen was that I was going to continue to spiral down, 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 let myself go more and more and more, and leave me in a place where, I am not being of service to anyone, especially myself. So I got to a point where I was just completely sick of it. Next thing I did was I made a list, I made a plan. And the plan started off very small. Basically, I wrote in my journal that, this is the last day that I'm going to feel like this. And tomorrow I am going to get out of this bed and I'm going to make my bed and I'm not going to get back into the bed. That was the only thing that I had planned for that following day. And I did. I got out of bed. I actually used the Mel Robbins method, the 5-second rule. I don't know if you've read that book, but there is also videos on it on YouTube, which I'm probably not going to take the time to link but 5 second rule, Mel Robbins, if you're interested, that is the technique that I use to get myself out of it. And I even went so far, I've been using this for a while. I went and got some actual numbers that I rhinestone all pretty, and like up in my room when I wake up, I see the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 up there. And basically what it is you counting down from 5 to 1, and when you get to 1, you launch yourself out of bed, or you launch yourself into the task. And you don't have to make it a huge thing. Like for me, my whole goal was just to get my bed made. And that was it. And then I added to it the next day. I want to get my bed made, but on top of that, I also want to make sure that I am cooking all of my meals for that day, because at the time I was ordering and doing everything, just like adding into the misery by, feeding myself bad things. Like I didn't feel good. So I didn't order good things for myself either. So basically my whole point is I just added a little bit more and a little bit more onto my list every day, and felt really good about it. And if all I did was make the bed and then moved over to the couch, I was going to be okay with that, because it took baby steps. The next thing I did is I just stopped fucking around with the people who were keeping me in a lower place. And I'm talking about long-term friendships, long-term relationships, people who I still love, people who I've been doing a back and forth dance with. I just decided to fucking end it, because I have not been getting anything back from some of these relationships, but yet I have been giving and giving and giving. And some of these relationships started off beautifully, and I'm not blaming the other person, but it got to a place where I felt like I was just completely giving my power away, and these people were no longer investing into me or my well-being. And when I was at my lowest, these people were not here for me. And I'm not saying that it was their job to pull me out of the rut that I was in. I 100% take responsibility for that. But I saw them. And I saw that when I really needed people the most, that nobody was going to be there but myself. And so I decided to pick my own shit up and get it moving. So as the new year was approaching, and I'm all about the planetary alignments, and we just had this great conjunction, I spent that time really deciding, okay, if we're in this new age of Aquarius and we have all these new possibilities and the world is changing, either I'm going to be stuck in that bed and die with the old world, or I'm going to get the fuck up and get into this next phase and this step in my life. The mommy makeover was not just about physical. It was never really about physical. It was about what was happening inside. And I completely put that on the back burner. And that is where I fucked up the first time. I'm sorry if I'm cursing so much. I mean, I'm a full believer that curse words are words too, but if you're offended by that, I don't know. I'm sorry if you're offended. That doesn't even sound real. So I'm going to go ahead and take that back. However, I had to cut the people out of my life who were just draining me. And like I said, some of those were very long-term friendships, and some of those were people that I still love. I still absolutely love, but it just was no longer serving me to try to keep these relationships going. So I let them go. And as we approached the new year, I decided that I needed to make baby steps, more than just making my bed, more than just making sure that I was, eating real food, and more than just kicking the people out of my life. I'm a firm believer that your life changes with the little things that you do every day. So instead of making a bunch of New Year's resolutions, I just decided that, for the month of January, I am not going to drink. I decided to do a sober January, which I am still doing. And, not that I would consider alcohol to be a huge crutch of mine, but it was something that I was using a lot, especially during the holidays, trying to get myself out of this funk and using alcohol to loosen me up and stuff. And yes, it was what I needed to do at the time. I'm not ashamed of it or anything. It's just what it was. But, I knew that there was no way that I was going to reach this next level if I didn't quit doing the things that I was using to hold me back. So all I decided, my baby step was a dry January. So as the new year approaches and I had my last mimosa and like started everything on the second because, New Year's Day is mostly, you know, recovering from New Year's Eve. I had a wonderful time with my roommates and, you know, also, no need to go back into all of that. Let's just say on the second is when I started implementing this. And then I had these feelings like, well, I'm not drinking, so I wonder what would happen if I decided to not order food at all for the month of January. So that one act of not drinking led me into the next step of not wanting to order out. That led me to my next step of, well, if I'm not drinking and I'm not ordering out, I wonder what would happen if I just got out of the house every day. And so I made a goal that for the month of January, I'm going to get my 10,000 steps in minimum every day. And I have been consistent with that. And I'm telling you, those little things have been a complete game changer in my life. First of all, going from being in bed every day, except for pulling myself out to be the best mom I could be in that state, to now where I am getting myself out of the house every single day, regardless of the weather, and going for a walk has really been the thing that I think has been the biggest change. And then obviously the not drinking and the eating clean and all of this stuff has helped. And then from there, I, started feeling a little bit better. Like I'm telling you, every single day I felt better and better because I had something to be proud of myself from the day before. I was proud of myself for getting out of bed and making my bed and washing my face. I was proud of myself for going on my walk. I was proud of myself for cooking my meal. I was proud of myself for waking up not hungover and actually being able to engage with my daughter. All of these things came from me making one step. Now, am I never going to drink again? Probably not. Probably yes. I love, a good cocktail. This isn't about that. But the thing is, that's going to be there. But what I couldn't take anymore was being stuck in this place where I was truly unhappy. And so now here we are, just a month later. I have a whole bunch of things going on, some new projects in the works. I'm feeling so much better. I've lost a couple of pounds. I've started this OMAD challenge, which I've been eating one meal a day since the beginning of the year. And my results have been pretty great. I'm actually going to probably record a video right after this or tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not putting any pressure on myself when it comes to these videos, you guys, because I'm still so much on a journey. And I just want to make sure that when I am making these videos is because I'm divinely guided to do so and that I'm actually giving value to people and helping them. Like if you want to know how to start a YouTube channel, there are people out there who are going to teach you. I will talk to you all day, every day about burlesque because that is my passion and I love it. But at the end of the day, what I really want to do is uplift and motivate people and let people know that the power is within them to get themselves out of whatever place they are. I have had a lot of negative self-talk to myself, being very redundant. I have had a lot of negative self-talk my entire life. And basically what I'm trying to do right now is simply rewrite my story. I have been looking deep into my past and trying to figure out what are these memories that have led me into this place where I, didn't feel like I was worthy of love, which is why I was choosing the partners that I was choosing, or I didn't think I was worthy of having money in the bank, which is why I wasn't making smart decisions with my money. Like all of these things, I've decided to take the time and dig deep and do the freaking self-work so I can release myself from the bondage that I put myself in. I 100% take responsibility for the state that I was in. Yes, depression is, it's a chemical imbalance. I understand that. However, when I know the tools to help me get out of that depression, that is what I'm taking responsibility for. The hardest thing for me was literally the very first step, which was getting out of bed, making my bed, and deciding that I am worthy to stop feeling this way. So I don't know, I just feel really grateful. I feel really proud of myself. I have not cried sad tears all year. And that does not mean that I'm not going through hard things, but instead of focusing on those, I am deciding to focus on the things that are positive. And if that is the fact that I got my ass out of bed and took my walk today, then that is what I am going to celebrate. And I feel really freaking good about myself. So, this wasn't like an official tips thing. It was just a little pep talk, or, a fill in, a catch up. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But for me, it's kind of a bit of a rebirth. I really want to put up videos that I am proud of. I really want people to feel motivated by the words that I speak. And I am doing this. I am on this process all for myself and because I want to see what I am freaking made of. I said this from the beginning of starting this page, and I mean it so much more now. What am I capable of if I fucking get my butt out of the bed and put one foot in front of the other? So please continue to watch. Look forward to my OMAD video. I am excited to share my results with you after doing it for 2 weeks. I do plan on continuing that for the month. And also, I just started the FUPA challenge. One of Mr. London, who is my new person that I'm following on YouTube for workouts. He has this FUPA challenge that I have started doing, and I really enjoy it. I love the music, and he is not hard to look at all. So it has been keeping me extremely motivated. And actually, I'm going to sign off and get ready. I'm take these lashes off and get ready to do my workouts right now. So yeah, just stay tuned for all of that. I hope this video is not too long. It's not too long. I'm not going to edit it. I don't care. I mean, I do care, but I just want this to be more, think of it as a live rather than something that I go through. I'm done like stressing out about it. I'm going to tell my story, say what I got to say. And, if you like it, then keep going, like, subscribe, share. Thank you for those of you who've been there from the beginning. This is quite a journey, and I'm super excited for us to continue on this path together. If I have inspired you in any way, then please let me know down in the comments. And also, if you are in a rut and you're looking for somebody to pep talk you or to be on your side, I really would like this to become more of a community. And if you are a person who deals with depression, or if you have some special tips and tricks that helps you get out of a rut, then please feel free to share them. I would like this to be a resource for anybody who is needing it. I love you guys all. Thank you so much for watching. I am so happy to be back and posting again. And, I am already excited to record the next one. So I love you guys, and have a wonderful day.